This is gonna be good.
Live from Phoenix, Arizona, it's Steve Summers. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the show today. Oh my goodness, so glad to see you. What do you say we get this thing started out today? Oh my goodness, come on. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. When I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. Oh, I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out anytime. When I see you out and about, it's such a crime. You should ever wanna be loved by anyone. It's not unusual, it happens every day. No matter what they say, you'll find it happens all the time. Love will never do what you want it to. Why can't this crazy love be mine? Woo! It's not unusual to be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. If I ever find that you changed anytime, it's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. So glad to see you there, friend. I am so glad you're with me today. Oh my goodness, we made it to the midweek, and I'm so glad. Thanks to our wonderful folks, Link Senior, linksenior.com. We appreciate it. Slowly out tonight, and that feeling just got right for a brand new love song. Sing it with me. Somebody done somebody wrong song. Hey, won't you play another somebody done somebody wrong song? Make me feel at home while I miss my baby, while I miss my baby. So play for me the sad melody, so sad that it makes everybody cry. A real hurting song about love that's gone wrong. 'Cause I don't wanna cry all alone. Here we go. Hey, won't you play another somebody done somebody wrong song, and make me feel at home while I miss my baby, while I miss my baby. Oh, I'm so glad you're with me today, friends. Remembering the late, great B.J. Thomas today. Left us far too soon, right? So play for me the sad melody, so sad that it makes everybody cry. A real hurting song about love that's gone wrong. 'Cause I don't wanna cry all alone. Here we go, sing with me, come on. I said, hey, won't you play another somebody done somebody wrong song, and make me feel at home while I miss my baby, Thomas back in the day, and it was a big hit for country music, and one of the few songs that actually was a big crossover into the pop charts too as well. And you know what that means, right? You might be able to take the country boy out of Oklahoma, but you can't take the Oklahoma boy out of the country. We're going to do a little song today. Go Back. Our great songs. It's America's Songbook for this hour. Coming up in about 23 minutes, we've got some trivia for you, and then what happened today in history. But another great artist of the time is a gentleman by the name of Mr. Glenn Campbell. Goes back a little ways. You might remember this one right here. Glenn, what an incredible artist back in the day. We appreciate that. All the great music you left us. I've been walking these streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in these dirty sidewalks of Broadway. Where hustle's the name of the game. Nice guys get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon. I'm gonna be where the light's shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, offers coming over the phone. Oh yeah. Well, I really don't mind the rain. A smile can hide all the pain. We're down and riding the train, just taking the long way. And I dream of the things I do, with the subway token and a dollar tucked inside my shoe. There'll be a load of non-horizon on that road to my horizon. I'm gonna be where the light's shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, offers coming over the phone. One more time, come on. Like a rhinestone cowboy riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, like a rhinestone cowboy riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo, like a rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, and offers coming over the phone. Now the late great Glenn Campbell on our show today, like a rhinestone cowboy. Thank you so much for Leroy and them watching the show today. Also, we want to thank Samantha for also watching. Mary Lou, is that Mary? She calls, everybody says, my name is Mary Louise, but it's Mary Lou. That's what people call me. So thank you so much, Mary Lou. Also, the great folks watching throughout the entire channel. They just keep dancing away in the background. I could sit here and talk all day, and they'll just keep dancing away. I love it. Thank you so much to our wonderful sponsor, Link Senior. Visit linksenior.com. Link Senior, what a great company to get your community hooked up with. All you have to do is contact linksenior.com. Say you have a few residents in a community that really can't get out. They solve the crisis of being able to get out with the screen, being able to watch great shows like this, news, information, education, pretty much anything you need. linksenior.com. Visit them. We sure appreciate it. And thank you so much to our viewing audience on social media, on YouTube, and also on Facebook too as well. One of the great artists of the time is one that I've always enjoyed entertaining, or seeing entertain, I should say. A gentleman that made such an impact on so many great genres of music down through the years, and one that still to this day, in my opinion, makes a wonderful impact. The incredible Andy Williams. We talk about him all the time. I'll never forget seeing my wife and I seeing him at the Moon River Theater in Branson, and that great song that goes back like this. Moon River, wider than the mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Music, and we want to tribute one of the great artists. How many of you know who this guy is right here? Take a look. How many of you know who this guy is right here? This guy was incredible guitarist, the rock band Lynyrd Skynyrd, had the 1974 hit, number 8 single Sweet Home Alabama, 1982 single Free Bird that everybody knows. Anytime you see a rock band, people yell out, "Free Bird!" Unfortunately, of course, today, not only do we celebrate this incredible artist, Steve Gaines is his name, born today in 1949. Unfortunately, he was part of a crew of a big segment of Lynyrd Skynyrd who died in a plane crash on this date. Hard to believe. He was only 28 years old. The plane crash happened in 1977, which ironically was the year that Elvis Presley died too. But happened. They were on their way from, I believe it was South Carolina to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It crashed outside of Gillsburg, Mississippi. Unfortunately, Gaines died from a head injury. He's 28 years old, only 28. Also killed Ronnie Van Zant, leader of the band, his Steve's sister, Cassie Gaines, also from the band too. But we remember the great music that Leonard Skinner left us. And you know, we sing some rock songs. We enjoy singing rock tunes here on our show too as well. And we know this is one of those classics. It did go all the way. It was number 8 on the charts. Late great Steve Gaines on our show today. Thank you, Steve and the band Leonard Skinner, for those great songs going back a little ways. Many of you know it's Sweet Home Alabama. Come on. song going back a little ways, a little rock and roll here on our show today. Hope you guys enjoying that as much as I am. Coming up, we're about 9 minutes away from today's trivia. We had a request from Dan, who watches this show, one of the committees with Link Senior. He says, Steve, you got to do some Bill Haley in the comments. Can you do that? Of course we can. Shall we do it now? Let's do it. Come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. Get that song, join me home. Have some fun when the clock strikes 1. Rock around the clock tonight. Gonna rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2 and 3 and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. Gonna rock around that clock tonight. Gonna rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. All right now. Come on. When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right in 7. Gonna rock around that clock tonight. Gonna rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. When it's 8, 9, 10, and 11, 2, now we going strong and some with you. Gonna rock around that clock tonight. Gonna rock till broad daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. All right, give it to me now. When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool off then we'll start that rockin' clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Give it to me now. Come on now. All right. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you're always there, lend in everything I do. That's the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand, I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know reasons why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. The wonder of you. I guess I'll never know reasons why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. Wonder of you, Elvis Presley on our show. Coming up next, we got our trivia. Hang on the way next. Come on. if they know that you're about, 'cause they couldn't match the glow in your eyes. And oh, who am I? Just an ordinary guy, trying hard to win me first prize. Oh, my Candida, we could make it together. The further from here, girl, the better. Where the air's fresh and clean. Oh, my Candida, just take my hand and I'll lead you. I promise life will be sweeter. And it says so in my dreams. Future is so bright. The gypsy told me so last night. She said she saw our children playing in the sunshine. There, you and I, in a house, baby, no lie. And all these things were yours and they were mine. Oh, my Candida, we could make it together. The further from here, girl, the better. Where the air's fresh and clean. Oh, my Candida, just take my hand and I'll lead you. I promise life will be sweeter, 'cause it says so in my dreams. Oh, yeah. Come on. No, who am I? Just an ordinary guy. You know I'm trying hard to win me first prize. Oh, my Candida, we could make it together. Further from here, girl, the better. Where the air's fresh and come with me, my Candida. Just take my hand and I'll lead you. Promise life will be sweeter, 'cause it says so in my dreams. I love that song, Tony Orlando and Dawn on our show today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let's do it. Come on. All right. Time now to play trivia, everybody. I hope you guys are having a good day so far and enjoying the show as much as I am doing it. If you've not played trivia with us before, it is so easy. How easy is it, Steve? It is so easy that we ask the questions. Thank you so much to the wonderful folks over at Trivia Channel for making it happen. And the many folks who actually watch the show here too as well. We ask the questions, we give you 3 answers, you get a chance to not win any prizes, but to just have fun. So today, last week our theme was paintings, artists. We're doing the same today. So which country was composer Frederick Chopin born? I think we did this last week. Was it Italy, was it Germany, or Poland? I'm seeing if you guys are paying attention. Italy, Germany, or Poland? Frederick Chopin born. When? If you said Poland, you had it right. That's right. That was a question we had last week. We're seeing if you're paying any attention at all. Born 1810 to 1849, the great one, Frederick Chopin. All right, which ocean is the largest in the world in terms of the Earth's surface area? Is it the Atlantic, the Indian, or the Pacific? What do you think? Wait a second. These all look familiar to me. Do they look familiar to you? Did we do this last week? Did something happen along the way? Did I lose my noive? I think we need to start over.
Are you ready?
Yes! That was the same trivia from last week. All right, who did that? I'm going to find him. All right, here we go. Now we have the correct trivia. Thank you so much to the Trivia Channel. I know I've thrown you all completely off, and that's okay. Pablo Picasso noted that a work of art needs to live in which timeline to be considered? Is it the past, the present, or the future? Past, present, or future? We're talking about Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso. Say that a few times and add some picante sauce into it. Pablo Picasso noted that a work of art needs to live in which timeline to be considered? Past, present, or future? See if you get this one right. Technically, this is our first question here. Correct answer is, in fact, the present. The present. Did you get it? Did you get it? Now that we've thrown you completely off and now you're going, there it is. Picasso Pablo, work of art needs, he says, to me, there is no past or future in art. If a work of art cannot live always in the present, it can't be considered at all. That was big. It was huge. Ladies and gentlemen, Pablo Picasso, right there. Next question. The Helga Pictures is a series of 240 paintings created by which artist? We're talking about 240 paintings created by which artist? Was it Edward Hopper? Was it Wilson Homer? Or was it Andrew Wyeth? Who do you think it was? Talking about the Helga Pictures and a series of 240 paintings. I know we have a lot of people who actually are artistes or retired artistes, so you're going to know some of the answers to this. And some of you who know painting philosophy or history will know this one. So all of us, the rest of us will be back here going, what? It's like a deer in a headlight look. What? Edward Hopper, Wilson Homer, or Andrew Wyeth? Who do you think it is? Take a guess. The Helga Pictures, a series of 240 paintings created by which artist? See if you get it right. Question number 2 today on our series of questions. Correct answer is Andrew Wyeth. Andrew Wyeth, the Helga Pictures, series of 240 of them. You can see right here a little bit of information on that. It was for 15 years America's most popular living artist, worked in secret with a neighbor, Helga, and the model completing a series of 240 paintings. 240 paintings. Can you imagine that? Hi, neighbor, what do you do? Do you really want to know? Which artist advocated AIDS awareness with his graffiti-style drawing? Was it Keith Haring, Damien Hirst, or Andy Warhol? Which artist advocated AIDS awareness with his graffiti-style drawing? You think it's Keith Haring or Haring, Damien Hirst, or Andy Warhol? See if you get it right today. Good luck. If you said Keith Haring, you had it right. Keith Haring. There you go. He's the artist who advocated the AIDS awareness with his graffiti-style drawings many years ago, 1958 to 1990. He was an American artist whose work includes sexual illusions that turned into social activism in order to advocate for safe sex and AIDS awareness back in the day. So this is history too as well. Not only are we talking about artists, but we're also talking about history. It's a big part of history as well. Who painted the Water Lily series over a period of 30 years? The Water Lily series. Was it Paul Gauguin, Claude Monet, or was it Paul Cézanne, or Cézanne, or Cézanne, or pronounce it right. Who painted the Water Lily series over a period of 30 years? Was it Paul Gauguin, Claude Monet, or was it Paul Cézanne, or Cézanne, or Nidia? There you go. Which one was it? You got it? Probably better than I do. Claude Monet, ladies and gentlemen. Water Lilies, Monet. Yeah, it all comes back now. There you go. It was a series over a period of 30 years. Approximately 250 oil paintings by the French impressionist Claude Monet. The paintings depict, of course, of the garden at his home. Absolutely beautiful paintings of Monet. What are they worth today anyway? A few million? All right, how did we do? How many got most of them right? Raise your hand. Be honest, I'm watching you. How many got most of them right? Did you get it? Good. How many got half of them right? That's good, not bad. How many got a couple right, and that's okay too? See? It's painless. Trivia. It didn't cost a dime, just a little bit of time. We'll do it again on Friday. We always enjoy doing trivia here on our show because it always means so much fun. We have a lot of fun here on our show, and really, we've got another one. Seriously? Do we really have another one? Oh.
Is this another of your morbid jokes?
All right. Fine. We've got another morbid joke This one is sent in to us by Cynthia, who is a viewer of our show. She says, what do you call a pencil with erasers on both ends? I have a feeling about this one. What do you call a pencil with erasers on both ends? Pointless. Wait a minute. That was the same one that was said last week. What is this, a joke? Are you guys trying to pull something over on me? You see a pair of laughing eyes. Suddenly you're sighing sighs. You're thinking nothing's wrong. You get along and boy, then whack. Those eyes, those sighs, the part of a tender trap. You're hand in hand beneath the trees. Soon there's music in that breeze. You're acting kind of smart until your heart just goes whack. Those trees, that breeze, they're part of a tender trap. Some starry night, when her kisses make you tingle, she'll hold you tight, and you'll hate yourself for being single. And all at once it seems so nice. The folks are throwing shoes and rice. Hey, watch it there. You hurry to a spot that's just that dot on the map. You're hooked, you're cooked, you're part of a tender trap. Starry nights, when her kisses make you tingle, she'll hold you tight, and you'll hate yourself for being single. And all at once it seems so nice. The folks are throwing shoes and rice, kind of like ice. You hurry to a spot that's just that dot on the map. Wonder how it all came about. Too late now, there's no getting out. Fell in love and love is a tender trap. You're cooked in love. Thank you, the late, great Frank Sinatra on our show today. Shall we do it now? Come on. Never met a girl who makes me feel the way that you do. You're alright. Never a mask who makes my dreams feel true. That thing that you do. You're out of sight. So fiddly-dee, fiddly-dum. Look out, baby, 'cause here I goodness, love that song. Get Ready Temptation style here on our Wednesday show together. Coming up, we've got Today in History on the way. Hope you guys enjoy that. A lot more songs on the way. Remembering a couple of more artists too as well with birthdays today. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to me. Oh, I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. Your side of you leaves me so weak. There are no words left to speak. And if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Here we go now. I love you, baby. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. So for the lonely night, I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay. Oh, let me love you, baby. Let me love you. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. That long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. All right, here we go now. New York. I love you, baby. And if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. Don't let them warn me that I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay. Oh, pretty baby, trust in me when I say, woo! Frankie Valli. Love those songs. Thank you so much for those many suggestions out there. We appreciate you so much, and thank you so much for watching today. By the way, I would be remiss if I didn't bring up a birthday today. This lady was absolutely incredible. I actually got a chance to meet her son many years ago, the late great Hoyt Axton. Born on this date in 1914, ladies and gentlemen, May Bourne Axton, whose cousin, by the way, I understand, or was it half cousin? Bourne actually became a governor of the state of Oklahoma. There's an Oklahoma connection here. Anyway, May Bourne Axton, known as the Queen Mother of Nashville. She wrote over 200 songs, including co-writing credit on Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel. There she is with a picture of the king himself. She died on April 9th, 1997 at the age of 82 after in her home in Henderson, Tennessee, after an apparent heart attack. But she left some great music. Her son was one of a kind too as well, Mr. Hoyt Axton, who actually wrote, of course, Joy to the World for Three Dog Night, wrote The Pusher for Steppenwolf, and Never Been to Spain with the Oklahoma connection and Arizona connection, which is kind of weird because I'm from Oklahoma and I live in Arizona. That's where we do our broadcast from. So there you go. Happy birthday to the incredible May Axton right there. Right now, though, folks, I don't know where that, somehow that accent came from. Let's find out right now, though, what happened today in history, shall we?
This day in history.
September 14th, 2001. Americans mark a day of remembrance for the victims of the September 11th attacks. In New York, President George W. Bush tours the ruins of the World Trade Center. He tells rescue workers at Ground Zero just days after the attacks that toppled the Twin Towers.
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
1901.
I am leading because somebody must lead, or else the fight would not be made at all.
Theodore Roosevelt becomes America's youngest president at age 43. He succeeds William McKinley, who dies more than a week after he's shot by an assassin. 1814. Francis Scott Key is inspired to write the poem whose words ultimately become the national anthem of the United States. He composes the Star-Spangled Banner during the War of 1812 after witnessing the British bombardment of Fort McHenry in Maryland. 1879. Margaret Sanger, the founder of America's birth control movement, is born in Corning, New York. 1982. Princess Grace of Monaco, the former movie actress Grace Kelly, dies of injuries from a car crash the day before. She was 52 years old. 1927. Isadora Duncan, the modern dance pioneer, dies in an accident in Nice, France. She's killed when her scarf becomes entangled in the wheel of her sports car. And 1994.
It's not a very happy set of circumstances for me. After all, we're in the baseball business.
Baseball's acting commissioner Bud Selig cancels the rest of the season due to a players' strike. That includes the World Series, the first October without that game in nearly 90 years. Today in history, September 14th. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
This day in history.
Yes, today in history. And also, by the way, how many of you guys know who this is right here? We have to, of course, mention wonderful birthdays. American singing group, you remember the Cowsills, who had the 1967 hit The Rain, The Park, and Other Things, and the 1969 hit theme from Hair. If you remember the Partridge Family was named after the Cowsills. Ladies and gentlemen, the late, great Barry Cowsills, born today in 1954. 1954, unbelievably, he died from injuries caused by Hurricane Katrina in 2005, and unfortunately his body wasn't recovered till, it was December 28th, and from the Charter Street Wharf, and he was only 51 years old, but we remember the late, great Barry Cowsill from the Cowsills, born today in 1954, and I thought it might be fitting to do some Cowsill songs today. We never do much of their songs because, you know, it is what it is. You know, there's so many great songs to sing, but you might remember this one right here. Saw her sitting in the rain, raindrops falling on her. She didn't seem to care. She sat there and smiled at me. And I knew she could make me happy. Flowers in her hair, flowers everywhere. Although I didn't know fly, she simply caught my eye. She seemed so sweet and kind, she crept that in my mind. I had to say hello, hello, hello. She smiled up at me. Then she took my hand. We walked to the park alone. And I knew she could make me happy. Flowers in her hair. Suddenly the sun broke through.
See the sun.
I turned around, she was gone. All I had left was one little flower in my hand. But I knew she had made me happy. Flowers in her hair, flowers everywhere. She reality, just a dream to me. But show me the way to find that sunny day. Was she reality, or just a dream to me? Was she reality, just a dream to me? Late great Barry Cowsill today, born in 1954 in our show. Thank you all so much for watching. We totally appreciate you, and thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've actually been on the air, believe it or not, 2 years with the wonderful folks over at Link Senior. Visit linksenior.com. I know they'd love to hear from you. Get your community hooked up. I know they'd love to hear from you. Oh yeah, one of our favorite fun songs we like singing on this show is one of my favorites. Late great. I'm taking the shade out of the sun. Whatever made me think that I was number one, I don't know. Easy come, easy go. I'm sitting it out, just spinning the die, just thinking about the jump I've been. I have to smile, didn't I know? Easy come, easy go. She wasn't kind, I wasn't smart. I lost my mind and fell apart. I had to find myself in time. Now I can start all over again. I'm just hanging around here on SSTV. So happy I found I still can smile and dig the show. Let me know. Easy come, easy go. Yeah, come on. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Easy come, easy go. She wasn't kind, I wasn't smart. I lost my mind and fell apart. I had to find myself in time. Now I can start all over again. I'm just hanging around, just taking it slow. So happy I found I still can smile and dig the show. Let me know. Easy come, easy go. I'm just hanging around, taking it slow. So happy I found I still can smile and dig the show. Let me know. Easy come, easy go. Oh my goodness. Hard to believe how fast the hour has gone by. I want to thank every one of you for watching. We do it with a lot of love here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Our many folks on the East Coast, West Coast, wrapping down our show, and we want to say thank you to Link Senior and our many friends watching the show today. So many great songs. We celebrate music here, as we do as we wrap things up. Hope you have a great rest of your day today. Born free as the wind blows, as free as the grass grows, born free to follow your heart. rest of your day, and I will see you all on Friday. Take care.
That's all, folks.